Hi, everybody. So we are very excited today, right now, to be with Legard, our money mindsets queen that we have found to be with us for the Her Story event. So as you know, the Her Story event will happen on the 26th of January in Oslo Intercultural Museum, Tøyenbekken Fem or Tøyenbekken 5 in Oslo. The cat is actually behind me. Maybe the cat wants to learn some money mindsets. I'm trying to avoid or ignore him, but he's not.
Max is inside.
Oh, okay, sorry. So we cannot. So he's just gonna be on his own. It's all right. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so before I introduce to you our next guest, or rather our speaker for the Her Story conference, I want to just share a little bit how probably Lil kind of dropped from the sky for us. I was sharing with you the story that after speaking to various parties, I just thought to myself that somebody needs to speak about money mindsets. And especially since we are kicking off this new year, I thought that we have someone talking about goal setting and talking about writing, as in writing a new chapter for yourself. And then I thought someone should also address this issue with money. I do not know who's going to be speaking, who's going to be coming. And I thought to myself, like, should I do that? And I thought, nah, it's not my thing. And none of our speakers are doing it. And I was thinking, someone should do it. And lo and behold, that very evening, Lil dropped from the sky and basically clicked on our Eventbrite page, and she signed up to be our speaker. And for me and Richa, I think we are both the organizers, and we have been reaching out to a lot of people whom we know. So Richa asked me, do you know this lady? I said, no, I don't. So when I speak to, because Richa doesn't know Lil either. So when I spoke to Lil the next day, I could not believe when she told me she's gonna speak about money mindsets. So this is very much in line with the power of intuition and manifestation that Lil is gonna be touching on. But I'm not gonna steal the thunder from Lil. Lil, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit before I, steal the thunder from you?
Well, like you said, my name is Lil Legard, and it was quite a synchronistic event happening. That with me signing up and everything, it was quite fun. It was so funny to talk to you. It felt so aligned in a way.
Thank you. Likewise.
Yeah. I am a Kundalini yoga teacher and a manifesting coach. I've mainly done it in Norwegian till now, so that's probably why you can hear me looking for words now and then. But
you're doing great.
Good. And I've found throughout my spiritual journey that money has become an avenue of change for me. And I've also met so many women not wanting to deal with that elephant in the room. Like, they don't want to deal with it, and they complain about not being successful enough, not being able to make it, not, all these different things that are connected to money, to have actually be in the flow of it.
Yes.
So what I've seen is that money is both energetic. It's about structure, and it's also about how you direct your mind. So this is towards the energetic of it. So if you keep complaining, you worry a lot, the worries are just going to grow. So how can you change this? And this is when you have to start to really create a relationship with your money. as in, you know, you have a lovely relationship with a partner, or you know, with your friend. The same with money. A lot of people just, you know, just push them away.
Mm.
And I mean, if someone push you away, you don't want to be with them, you know. And that's the same with money. You know, you just have to understand the dynamic of it, and create a loving relationship.
Why do you think that people want to push it away? Well, we want to attract it, people are pushing it away. Why do you think people do that?
I think that's cultural, and it's a part of
Taboo, maybe.
yeah, it's part of our cultural sort of accepted not to talk about. When I grew up, you didn't ask anyone what they were earning. That was so rude. And you did not talk about money. You did not talk about politics. There were certain themes that were really, you talked about weather. That was, you could talk about that. But then, you know, all these different things were just sitting there in the darkness, trying to be involved. But I think it's cultural. Like, we're growing as a global community spiritually. Like, we're becoming more and more aware. So there's a constant evolving of clarity, and I think we needed all these experiences that we've had with money in order to understand how to change it. I mean, my mother, when I grew up, she had a terrible relationship with money, and I know that's probably because of her mother, who grew up during the war, you know. So we deal with things as they are, and if there's a war happening, you don't have time to sit down and be conscious and saying, oh, I shouldn't think this and that about money. You just act, you know. You're in survival modus.
Yes.
And so I think this is one of the things that are changing, really. You know, we're becoming more and more aware. You see the new generation, there are more awareness. So it's a paradigm shift, I think.
Yeah. I like, interesting that you mentioned about your mother's money mindsets, and then you think that it came from her mother, your mother's mother. And speaking about that, I had a very interesting, insight. We had someone who was gonna do a reading, and it was gonna be live, and she was gonna be reading very fast, and then she was gonna be reading several ladies very quickly. And so what usually comes up in a reading usually revolves around incidents in the past, right? Like the ladies' relationship, or the ladies, she will talk about, okay, I see you sitting in this room with your mom and your dad were talking about money, or fighting about money. Okay, and then someone else, when she reads someone, it's like, okay, so I see you struggling with money with yourself because you think that it's dirty, for example. Right? So I was thinking like, okay, now it's my turn. It's going to be very fast, like that, 1%. And when it came to my turn, I figured, okay, it's going to be somewhere in the past as well. So something. For my reading, it was about my grandmother and my great grandmother. And they turned up for my reading. So it's very strange, and I was like, what? You know, I mean, it never came up at all, you know. I mean, sure, my mom and dad, I mean, my father was the sole breadwinner for a long time. Yeah, and we have four kids, all about the same age. And, you know, my father was the only one who's working. So, of course, I mean, we were tight, you know. And I have the normal story. So when it came to like my mom, my grandma, and my grandmother, that was seriously, I would say mind-blowing for me. Really, seriously enlightening. And so this clairvoyant lady says, wow, not good. I said, what? She's like, they are angry with me. They're angry for exposing them. Because I see your grandmother struggled, you know, she struggled with money. Your grandmother and your great grandmother, because my grandmother had, she got married very early. She had 11 kids. At that time they had more than 10 kids, right? Back then. She had 11 kids. So not surprising that it was tight. And there was also the great grandmother who was, living in the olden days. So they were very angry, she said, the clever and the reader, she said, they're very angry now with me because I'm exposing them. So I'm exposing that they were living in a very, very difficult, days, and always struggling with money. But the point is that reality should not be yours. Right, so that's what the reader was saying, and she was just gonna let me know that they are around you, and just to let you know that their energies are also around you. So of course, my next question was, what should I do? I mean, what do I do with this information? And the answer was, just let them know that you'll be fine. That they don't have to look out for you anymore. They don't have to worry for you anymore, and that their realities are not going to be yours. So just have a chat. Just have a little chat with them a little bit, every now and then, especially before you sleep, she says. So that was really illuminating. So it was I was very interesting that you mentioned, this thing about mother and, how we adopt, probably. It's handed down, so it's culture.
Yeah, we inherit the money mindset of our ancestors. Certain traditions, they say that these patterns go 7 generations back in time. And so if you are the change maker in your life, you will change for 7 generations to come.
Wow.
So it's quite powerful just to become aware of the power of the words, and to connect it all with intuition, because intuition is what's going to guide you through that landscape. The first and foremost language of intuition is your emotions, and a lot of people think that it's visuals or you're clairvoyant if you're connecting to your intuition and making it dramatic or magical or something that is unreachable. But really, I mean, as long as you have feelings, you're also connected to your intuition.
As long as you have feelings, yeah. Everybody has feelings.
Yeah, there you go. So everyone is connected to their intuition. So when you deny money, for example, and you feel like you have a stone in your stomach or something when you talk about it, it's really your intuition trying to tell you, you got to look at it, you got to face the discomfort in order to get out of the discomfort. You can't just shove it away. That's really how you can navigate, just to feel how it makes you feel, and then your responsibility, and not just responsibility, but also your power, is to redirect your emotions. So if you feel worried or bad about money, you can redirect it and say, well, I feel happy about money.
Even though and sometimes you can verbalize it, even though you may not feel it. How does that work? Is that possible? Like, you feel differently, so you want to redirect it, so you have to change the affirmation? Maybe you want to talk about that?
Yeah, it's very interesting that I know that I've been doing this for 20 years or something, and I am one of the people that it takes for ages to learn these things. Now finally I've learned it. So now I can see because for some people it's so easy, and I think we're just different, everyone. But I was trying to do affirmations, it didn't work. It was as if it was just on the surface of something. It just didn't work. And of course it didn't work because I hadn't connected my emotions to it. I hadn't gone through the healing process of my relationship with money. And also, if you have a bad relationship with money, it's not easy to just sit down and look the money in the eyes and say, I love you, it takes some shifts. And one thing is affirmation, but the other thing is actually to find situations where, say, your connection to money, you want it to be freedom. A lot of people want to have financial freedom.
Yeah.
So you want to be financially free, and then you go into your bank account and you look at your credit cards and you say, "Fuck, sorry, language, I'm in cheap shit." You know, so the reality will be their past will be confirmed. You know, and so they just repeat the history.
Yeah.
So what you need to do, you need to recognize that, oh, I went into worry now, and have a list of things that make you feel free. So for example, for me, driving a car, it's freedom for me. So I'll just go and drive my car and connect with the emotion of freedom, if you know, and realize that I am okay. I have a roof above my head, just really trying to bring it into a neutral space. And then slowly but surely you will change your emotional relationship with money. So you just have to find somewhere else, another source, to confirm the emotion you want, and then you can go back and look at the money and say, hey, now I feel freedom, do you want to come with me? and you know, go back and forth like this for a while.
So is this one of the things that you're going to be teaching at the
Yes.
workshop? Okay, tell us a little bit more about what are you going to cover at the workshop?
Well,
no,
it's a 1 hour workshop, so it's you can't, I mean, you can do this for days. You can have like a week-long workshop, but definitely the workshop will cover how you can change your energy through exercises,
yes,
and through thoughts, and also awareness. And how to be clear with your intention, because a lot of people think they have a clear intention and they go around and say, oh, I'm clear of debt, I'm clear of debt, I'm clear of debt. And what happens is that they attract more debt, you know. So the intention you want is, I want to increase my income. Because if you increase your income, you can pay down your debt, but you don't focus on it. So things like this, be clear with your intention. And how to change your energy by doing exercise. We're going to do like really, really short, nice exercises that are inspired from Kundalini Yoga, and also how meditation will help you to become an observer, and also changing your wiring in the mind, you know, because you have a program, you need to reprogram. So that meditation will help you to reprogram, and also be an attractor to what you want in your life, rather than attract what you don't want in your life.
And that has a lot to do with the affirmations that you make, right? And it's all linked together. I see it all linked together.
Absolutely.
And it's about tweaking. Sometimes it's just about like one word, like what you said, right? Just one word and blew it off. So that's very interesting. So we want to definitely encourage as many people to come for Lil's workshop. This is really important, people. This is really, really important stuff, especially if you are starting the new decade here.
I just want to add one little thing, because, you know, for entrepreneurs, it's the money side of it is really essential. It's a way of navigating in your business.
Yeah.
And I mean, what I'm teaching is how your energetic relationship with money, but you also need the structure. So you need someone else to teach you about, you know, the connecting with the numbers on the page.
Yeah. The thing is, there are so many tools out there, and we can get really, really lost. I myself have gone through so many courses and workshops, and some work and some don't work for me. But the best thing, actually, if you think that you're meant to be here for her story, then there's a chance that you're meant to be here to hear these particular tools, these ones that Lils are going to be giving you. You know, it's not coincidental. Everything happens for a reason. So there's a chance that you are gonna be, you're meant to hear this. You're meant to, anyone who's watching, you're meant to hear this. Just like how, you know, Lil came into our conference from intuition, from manifestation. And there's a reason why you out there are watching this particular workshop. and we want to invite you to come forward. I am really excited that I'm hoping that we are starting this new era or new realities for all our women out there, whether you are an entrepreneur or not, or a new entrepreneur starting out. These tools will definitely be really, really handy. Lil, we want to come up with a question that people can write once we post this. What question would you want to ask them? Like something for them to think about, and then, so that everyone can engage and then write something.
So what I find really interesting is a question to ask is, what kind of feeling, like if you imagine yourself in your dream financial situation, what kind of feeling do you connect with that?
Yes. Okay. So what kind of feeling do you connect with? Money? Is that the question?
Yeah, like if it's financial freedom, what kind of emotion do you connect with financial freedom?
Financial freedom. Okay, let's go with that. So what kind of feeling do you connect with financial freedom? FFF. Feeling for for us. Feeling for no, not for feeling for. What's your feeling for financial freedom? No. What's your feeling connected to financial freedom? Yeah. So that's the question for us. Anything else you want to add before we leave?
No, thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm really, really looking forward to it, and so excited. And I'm just going with the flow, and I'm hoping to see as many people as possible. And also really looking forward to hear the other speakers and attending other workshops, because there's lots happening that day, isn't it?
Yes, there's lots happening. You know what? I'm just reminded of Lil's magazine article that is going to come up as well. Sorry, I didn't bring this up. But, it was such an interesting article. And what struck me was that she talks about how she first gained a lot of money and how she lost a lot of money, and the cycle and how she came to stability. So that's an article that everyone must read. And the amount of money that she was able to manifest, and then the amount that she lost. It sounds funny, but it's not funny when you're going through it. But it was a very interesting article. So I want everybody to go out, and once it's out, the article is being published very, very soon. Once it's out, I want to encourage everybody to read the article as well. It is really, really enlightening. Very, very fresh. I've never read those kind of experience of a person, and what more, I'm meeting you. We're gonna meet soon, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, lots of information out there, lots of content out there, and women, some of these ladies' figures are online, but now we are bringing everybody, bringing everybody together on a single platform, and we get to meet, we get to touch Lil. Not sure how much Lil wants to be touched, but
no worries. I'm going with the flow.
All right. Okay, Lil. We're gonna end here, and for everyone out there, please join us at the Her Story Conference, 26th January in Oslo. Bye for now. Bye, Lil. See you soon.
Bye.